Hey!
Hello, hello.
We
Hello.
made it. We
Yes,
are
we did.
officially live. We're sliding in and I get to be with some of my friends tonight. And we've got a new face tonight.
Do hello.
Like this. Not me. It's not me. It's on down the road. Very, very fun. How was everybody's day today?
Great.
Great.
Yes, it was nice and humid.
Nice. Do you want to tell us what's going on in your place, Lisa?
Well, when we had all that rain, we discovered that we had a little flooding, and with that came one sump pump that didn't work, and then a furnace decided it wasn't working, and then the air conditioner decided it wasn't going to work. So now we're going to be busy working
with no air conditioner, right? Do the
Yeah.
fans and stuff help? And what's the temperatures like up there now? You're in South Dakota, so what's the temperatures like
I think
up there?
it was 80, 87 today, I think.
Oh, okay. All right.
And last week it was cooler and then rainier, which
Mhm.
didn't need any more of that, but what do you do?
Yeah. Yeah. Are there any crops growing up there at all?
There are some
Okay.
of them flooded. They went out when it was a dry enough day and they replanted, and some of it is already coming up. So that's a blessing.
Wow.
A blessing.
Wow. All right. Well, we won't talk about sad things like water and flooding and no air conditioners. That's like awful, actually. We're going to talk about skincare Q&As tonight, and I'm going to turn it over to Margie. Margie, you want to get us started for tonight?
Yeah. Welcome to Skincare Q&A, a place for you to get some answers to your questions about skincare. We have curated some questions we've received lately from our customers,
Mhm.
and we are looking for questions in the comment section tonight. So you can start posting any questions you might have, and we will do our best to answer them along the way. If you're watching on replay, please post your questions and we will respond to you
Mhm.
later.
Mhm.
First, a little housekeeping before we get started. Be sure to drop your name and where you're from in the comments. We always like to see who's joining us live or on replay. Always remember to hit the share button too, so your friends get a chance to see what you're learning.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. So I see Joey looks like is joining with us out there and has listed her name. So welcome, Joey. We're glad you're here tonight. All right, well, I want to get started. I went to the dermatologist at a interesting age for the very first time because I had some moles and stuff on me that I wanted to get checked out. And when I was there, my dermatologist, as she was doing the check, it was kind of cool how she did it, and she talked, and it kept your mind busy from all that she was doing or whatever. And she asked me about my earrings, and the earrings led to a discussion about Mary Kay. And out of my mouth, the very first thing when I said something about Mary Kay, and she said, "Oh, no wonder all of my clients who use Mary Kay have beautiful skin." And I was like, wow. I mean, not wow. I know that we have great skin, but sometimes we don't know that from what we would consider a professional, in that kind of a regards either. And interesting enough, when I was sitting in the waiting room, I saw a great big sign about medical grade cosmetics or whatever. And I'm like, what is medical grade? So I actually did some research on it and found out through the research, because you have to be kind of careful where you're getting your information from, that medical grade is actually not even a regulated term. And that there are actually no FDA rules or industry standards determining what products that falls into as far as a category. Now, on the flip side, I noticed that it said it had better ingredients. It had to have ingredients in it that were only prescribed. But that particular one came from a company that was promoting their products too. So be careful about what you're looking at, and do your research across the boards. Make sure you're paying attention to where you're getting your information from, because just because it's on the internet doesn't make it true, right?
That's right.
For
We
sure.
like to think that it is or whatever too. Whoops. So then the next thing too is that same day, then I get a text from one of my customers that said to me, "I want the best products to get rid of lines and wrinkle. No, I want the best product, not plural. I want the best product to be able to get rid of lines and wrinkles and fight the aging process." And my response was, "This isn't just one product. It's actually a customized routine." So I asked her what her goal was. Well, she and I went back and forth, but in the meantime, I'm sure that you may have heard, or maybe you've not heard about the Korean beauty skincare that is kind of all of the rage. It gives kind of a glass look, a really nice smooth look to the skin. And I did some research on that. And actually, a 10-step Korean skincare routine is a multi-step process that actually emphasizes hydration, gentle exfoliation, targeted treatments, etc., to achieve the results. Sounds a little bit like our oh, Lisa, help me out with that word, our skin cycling that we've done before. It's a meticulous, it's a holistic approach, and with the result of this regimen, you're going to be able to get a glowing complexion. Now, remember that a 10-step skincare routine requires something money can't buy: patience and consistency, right? It takes a while in order to be able to receive those results. And after all, these products will only collect dust in your medicine cabinet if you don't stick to using them daily. So just because you bought them and you're staring at them on the shelf does not mean that they're going to be working on your skin. And while 10 steps may sound kind of overwhelming to some of you, especially if you prefer to keep things really minimal, you don't have to do all the 10 steps every single night. You can feel free to experiment and find what works best for you and your skin type. However, one important thing to understand before starting a 10-step K-Beauty skincare routine is to fully know your skin type. And we're going to talk about that here in just a minute. But I'm going to give you really quickly what those 10 steps were. Number one is an oil-based cleanser or a balm cleanser. To translate into Mary Kay products, that could be a micellar water or a naturally purifying cleanser. This is doing your initial cleanse. The second step is a water-based cleanser, and those would be any of our cleansers from, we've got 3-4 different types. So I guess our fourth line, the Clear Proof, might not be water-based, but a water-based cleanser. So you're doing your second cleanse. That pre-cleanse is sweeping the skin, getting the product off, and then your second cleanse is taking and going a step further. Then exfoliation is really important. You need to have an exfoliator, either a reveal peel or microdermabrasion. And of course, that's not used every single day, 2 or 3 times, but every day could be a balancing toner. And Mary Kay just came out with a great new brand new Mary, you too could be a Mary Kay beauty consultant. Add words. Mary Kay balancing toner. And then Essence is what they consider their fifth step. And I would think of our Essence in our product line as being either our HA product from the Clinical Solutions, or even our Nourishing Oil, which has become a favorite of mine that I use daily on cuticles. I use it as my last step over my moisturizer, and I've even started to put a few drops and run it through my hair when I get done washing my hair too, and then just wrap it in a towel for a little bit for an extra little boost for my hair. Their sixth step is their prescription topicals. I would consider those our Clinical Solutions retinol or our boosters. Seventh step is our treatments, which would be our serums, like our Serum C+E and our lifting serum. And then the step 8 is the eye cream. We have several different eye creams for you to choose from. And then our step 9 is the moisturizer. Same, several different moisturizers depending on your skin type. And then step 10 is either the masks in the PM, which could be the moisture renewing gel mask, the biocellulose mask, or the charcoal mask. Again, you're not using them every single day. And step 10 in the morning is making sure that you're doing SPF. So, you know, this sounds like a lot, but we're going to show you through the presentation today about how you're going to know what products to be using. So, Lisa, you've got some things that you want to share too.
Yeah, recently I met with a new client, or new to me, and she and I talked a little bit about what were your needs and what were you trying to accomplish, and what kind of benefits. And she said, "Well, I just want to work with anything with the natural products, anything that's natural." So I went on to explain to her about the natural products, that they are eco certified, and where they're manufactured, and why, and then explain to her the multiple uses like you just did with the oil, naturally oil that we have, and that. But the truth is that she needed more targeted products as well. And so when explaining that, the targeted products were going to be the ones that were going to target for the acne treatment gel that was needed, a toner that was needed, and then a proper removal and time of doing it. And so as little steps, as minimal as possible, couldn't be entirely possible. But the clarification that our natural line, as wonderful as it is, does not have any anti-aging products. So
Right.
you really have to take a look at what they're really telling you, and then figure out from there. And a little bit more of that story will make sense when Margie talks in a minute here. But the other
Mhm.
story I wanted to say was, last September I was at a class reunion of mine,
Oh,
and that
fun.
was, yeah, that was interesting. Number of class years.
Uh-huh.
And a wife of a classmate of mine came up to me, and I'd met her before, and she came up to me 3 different times during the reunion. And the first time she came up to me, she said, "Did you have a facelift?" And I looked at her and I went, "No." And she said, "Are you sure?" And
Are you sure?
I said, "Well, I think I'd know." And so then she walked away. And then a little bit later, she came up to me again and she said, "Well, you must have had Botox."
Oh my gosh.
I said, "Actually, uh, no." She went away, came back again. "You must be using fillers." And I looked at her and I said, "Well, um, no. The answer to all your questions is no. And so if you have any more questions, they're probably still going to be no." And she said, "So what have you been doing?" And I explained to her that I've been using a consistent skincare product for over 40 years, that I respected and admired and been a part of, but I also admire the research and development that goes into all of the products. So for the monies that maybe you thought I spent on a facelift or Botox or fillers, I've probably spent less of that in the product for the last 40 years. And
Yeah. And I might be saying this phrase wrong, but sooner or later you got to pay, right? Whether you're paying by spending the extra time and investment in products on the front end of taking good care of your skin, or you're on the back end and you want to have great looking skin. And so then you go and have fillers done and Botox and I'm not bashing any of those things because they serve a purpose, and there are people that like to do that, and that's great. But I there are other options out there. Again, you can't just look at those bottles sitting on the shelf and wish them to make a difference on your face. You need to be using them too. So, what you got for us, Margie?
Well, the very first step in determining the correct skincare for you is to analyze your skin using the Mary Kay Skin App Analyzer app. Great makeup always starts with great skincare, and this app will help you determine what your skin needs to look its best. If you haven't gotten together with your consultant yet regarding your skin care routine, check out the Skin App Analyzer app. It's a quick way to figure out the health of your skin right now. It will suggest products to improve or maintain the skin you've got. And in preparation for tonight, I did it. I did the Skin App Analyzer app. I did it about probably 5 years ago. And Becky calls herself an interesting age. Well, I'm way past her. So I'm like, call me. So I have my share of wrinkles. And they did show up on the Skin Analyzer app. And it did tell me what I needed to use. And so it was fun to go back today and do it again. And actually, my skin's gotten better, especially around my eyes, which was very
Mhm.
surprising. And it still recommends, step by step what to use. And I'm using pretty much all of it. Anyway, I can't tell you. It's free. It's fun. It takes 3 minutes. It shows you what you should use, when you should use it. It's just a great app. So I highly recommend, if you haven't done that, to download it and do it. It's fun.
Any tips, that some things that you may have run into while you were trying to do the app that they want to make sure that they know ahead of time?
Of course, I'm old, but I had some trouble getting my eyes in the right place.
Okay.
You have to kind of get your eyes right, and then you have to kind of look up, and it takes the picture automatically. When you get it has 3 checks: light, eyes, and I don't remember the other one, and then they'll all turn green, and then there it is, and you can save it. I'm not sure that 5 years ago you could save it, but now you can save the actual picture, so you can go back and look at it and compare it, in 2 or 3 years, if your face has gotten any better. And
Mm-hmm.
mine has, and I didn't expect that at my advanced age.
Yeah. Yep.
Margie, that is a wonderful example. About 5 years ago, you're correct. You couldn't save the picture like that. In fact, it had to be a consultant taking a client's photo. But when COVID hit, we were able to adjust the app so that everybody could download it and use it. And it's just so important you do it on a clean face.
Yep, and good light. I did it in my bathroom
Mhm.
first this morning, and yeah, it says, do you want to save the picture? All you have to do is I put Margie in. I thought, oh, is this going to be like they need my, email or anything? And no, it was simple, and
Good.
have it to look back at. So
Good.
I'm planning on having my daughter and granddaughter do it when I see them next, because my granddaughter's 22, and I don't think she probably needs anything for aging yet. Probably our very newest line, but I'm anxious to have them do it.
Mm-hmm. It'll be exciting. We'll look forward to hearing what you have to say when you get back from that trip then too. So, okay. Don't forget that we would love to have you, if you have any questions as we're going along here, to drop them in the comments. There's always a little bit of a delay, so we may not get a chance to see it right away, but I am monitoring the comments as we go along. So I'm going to be the moderator. I'm going to ask Lisa a couple of questions here tonight. So Lisa, can you tell us why, this is some questions we get from clients, why our skincare? Why Mary Kay?
Well, there's many reasons. One is that we have the Good Housekeeping seal of approval on many of our products. And as you might know, they do some rigorous tests toward those. We also have over 1,600 patents. We are also formulated on the Euro compliance scale, not just the United States. So there's a lot more rigorous ingredients that cannot be used, but we do that because we're in 37 plus countries. So we have a need for that. But right here in good old United States, a woman who had a vision in 1963 and had a product that she wanted to market and had the rights to do so, took on the Good Old Boy Club. And almost 1 year later, we're still there. We are family owned, family run. The skincare speaks for itself. And as Margie was talking about the Skin Analyzer app, there'll be a time when you'll be able to share your story. If you use the app consistently, you'll be able to tell others, and others will be able to see your results as well, just by looking at you.
Yeah, that's very good. Margie, anything you want to add to that at all? I don't want to put you on the spot, but I want to make sure that you've got some thoughts.
And out of my head, I just think it's for women. It's always been for women. The whole company is, what can we do that's right for women? So it was never for profit. It was always for women, for what's good for them. I just think it's a good story. So empowering.
Very true.
One other thing I might add is that only 20% of the natural aging process is only 20%. The rest of it is environmental, and the food you eat, the diet, the air, the everything. So our antioxidant moisturizers pay tribute to being able to help protect you with a sunscreen, and that you use a sunscreen, and it does not matter the depth or tone of your skin. Sunscreen is for every ethnic background.
Okay, another question that I've had before too, or that we've heard, is how do I know that this is going to work? Because I'm not very confident in products that I've used in the past from other companies, of course, but how do I know that this is going to work?
Well, it's summertime, right? We can all agree. And summertime is usual festival times, and they usually have those booths where they're going to guess your age, etc. When in trying to guess your age, they're not really looking at your face; they're looking at your neck, and your neck is a part that is a virtual part of your skin. So what we've discovered that like with the app, you can track every 7 days, take a new picture. It'll show you the progress of your skin, where it's needed hydration, where the lines may have started to diminish. And that is your own best visual for yourself. You can send that picture to your consultant. You can send it to yourself so that you can, you know, watch the progress. You can even put it into a video if you wanted to. But sunscreen is also really important behind in the neck area, behind the ears and the back of your hands. You know, with our changing of the temperatures, it used to be only in the south that you would start to see the difference in the hands because of just the damage of the sun coming through the windshield, but that's not true anymore. And so any additional products you have left over, I always put them on top of my hands and on my knees so that it really absorbs. So I think that as consultants like Margie and Becky and I, we don't always necessarily see the improvements until we maybe compare photos of ourselves from a month ago or 2 years ago. Like my class reunion, I hadn't seen her for 5 years, so she did probably think, but I could honestly answer her with a definite no.
Mm-hmm.
But the changes are there. For us who've used it for longer, it might just be subtle changes, but I do know a couple of directors from the southern parts of the United States that were going to renew their passports. And in that process of renewing their passports, the government didn't believe that that's who they were. And so they had to go in because they sent a picture and they had to physically go in and show them their other passports and brought other pictures from the time the passport was there. So it is consistency.
Oh, that's exciting. Okay. Sometimes I will ask a woman in a consultation or whatever, what do you use to cleanse your skin? And she'll tell me facial wipes because they're quick and easy. What can you tell us about facial wipes? Now, we used to have facial wipes and we don't anymore. But what can you tell me about facial wipes?
Okay. The facial wipes in themselves can be extremely convenient because you can wash your face on a rock while you're camping and it seems, pretty natural. But sometimes they will contain alcohol in them and some other harsh chemicals, and those can strip your skin from the natural oils, leading it to dryness and sensitivity. And the friction that's created from the rubs onto your skin can also cause micro tears in the skin. And so that in itself makes it more sensitive to irritation and also inflammation. And over time, the residue that's left behind by the wipes can also clog the pores, and then leading to more breakouts, uneven skin tone, uneven texture. So this is what takes us back to what Becky talked about, waterless cleansing, using our micellar water, a balancing toner with a cotton pad, just really removing it, and then let the true cleanser do its work.
Mm-hmm. Well, and when I was learning about this, I thought, oh my gosh, so how many people are out there purchasing that wipe for a convenience sake, right? Because it's easy, you don't have to do anything, wipe it across your face, maybe get it water or whatever, and then throw it away. But when I learned all of the different things that can happen by using it, then those are the things that actually send a person to a dermatologist because they can't get their skin to clear up, right?
Right.
And come to find out it's something that they're using that's supposed to be this simple, easy, inexpensive type of cleansing application too. So, all right. Well, the next thing, this is the Skin Analyzer app and what it's going to do for me. But I guess Margie just basically kind of covered all of that for us too. I mean, what that actually is and what it's going to do. I think you did a great job there. So how do I know I'm using the right skincare then? Okay, I'm going to buy from you now. How do I know that I'm going to get the right product from you?
Well, here's a treat for you, Becky, and that's why we offer a recheck facial, because we want to make sure that the products are working for you properly, that we formulated you, and that if we need to tweak something, we can. We offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee in our product. Our client's not out of money. We're not out of money, because the company will replace product for product or product for cost, and allowing us to make you feel confident in the fact that we are the #1 skincare and color cosmetic in the world. But I think that's why, too, we like doing girlfriend gatherings, or what we might call a party. It's where other women gather, friends, they come together and they compliment each other. And they can actually see the changes in your skin taking place, particularly if this product line that we've had for 60 years has never been in front of them. So there is results. And again, that 7-day picture after picture on your app is really going to help you tell your story.
I think another thing too to kind of keep in mind. I just had a senior moment. It'll come back.
Awesome.
Okay, we'll go to the next question. I'm sure it'll come back and I'll tell you. I think this is our last question here for the night, unless I haven't noticed anybody asking anything, making lots of nice comments along the way. Thank you, ladies. How does Mary Kay compare to other brands?
Oh, wow. There's a lot that can be shared. We are a company, again, that started in 1963 by a woman, for women. And the importance to Mary Kay was we can never make an unsafe product. And so there was a time, yes, that we used animal testing. However, we discovered that there were other ways that we could test and get the results that we wanted, running a side-by-side test. And so that was really important to Mary Kay, is that we had a safe product. And then in 1997 or 98, we started the Mary Kay Ash Foundation. And then it became the Mary Kay Foundation. And it's for women that may have suffered from different types of cancer or domestic violence. And there's just so much more to the company than pink jars and pink cars. I mentioned earlier, we have over 1,600 patents, but we've also used to make things that are more cost reducing. So we manufacture in-house. And so the middleman is eliminated. It's family owned into its 3rd generation. And Mary Kay always told us that with our priorities of faith first, family second, and career third, and everything in that order will work. But more importantly, it was if we discontinued a product, it also meant that we were going to be making something better. And if product ingredients were no longer available, then we would look for something that would be better for that. So we have global ingredients. And because we're UE compliant, we go by the European standards, which are vested totally different than the US. And so with that, in the late 2019, I think it was around that time when we came out with our Naturally line, it is ECO certified. And so that has rigorous testings in its own. And as an example, it's the only product that we manufacture out of country because of the facility that has the ECO certified ingredient system. So everything in that line is 100% natural except for the cleanser, which is 99.49% natural. And the difference between that is that we wanted to give it a shelf life of 3 years. And so that's why that one is not 100%. So we stand behind our product. And we offer you 100% satisfaction guaranteed. So don't be afraid to tell us if you don't think something's working. So we can work together. That's part of our job. And we don't take that lightly. We continually educate ourselves.
And that right there is where I'm going. This is what I forgot. We do educate ourselves. And because of the way that the company has been structured, You may have, as your beauty consultant, somebody that has been in the business for 1, maybe 2 years or whatever, and may not have the knowledge of someone like Lisa, who's been in close to 40 or over 40, Lisa.
40
40. Yeah. And so you may not have someone like her that has experienced all this. However, because of the networking that we do within the organization, we help each other out. And so you have the best knowledge. And the other thing that I want to say that I believe about our company too is that we don't use a lot of hype as far as buzzwords or something that's going on necessarily. I remember through the years that I've been in the business, a customer would come to me with, "Oh, you should hear about this great thing," and I do an ingredient, and I'll do some research, and we've had it in our product line for a long, long time. So you're just going to find good design, good science, good testing with in-house dermatologists and in-house scientists, developing products here in the United States for you to be able to use, and like Lisa said, eliminating that middleman, also with the manufacturing facility too, by being in-house manufactured too. It helps keep the costs down, so you have a much more valuable product with a lesser price than you may have to spend someplace else too. So, all right, we've got a question here. I'm going to pop it up. Donabelle, I hope I pronounced your name correct, wants to know, do we change our routine for each summer or for each season, summer, winter, etc.? Who wants to jump on that one?
It might be necessary to do so because of the fact that your skin will require different things. So in the summer months, you might find that you are oilier, but you still need hydration. So that's important. In the wintertime, you might be drier, and so you still need hydration. Just might need more of it in a different form of it.
Great question. Great question. Margie, anything else that you want to add before we wrap up here tonight, or kind of head towards the end of the presentation?
No.
Okay. Anything from so you've been a beauty consultant, closing in on a year right now. What have you learned in the back room now, maybe, about product development or products or whatever that has, solidified your decision to become a beauty consultant? Anything?
Good question. I think there's a whole lot of training that you can either take or not take when you start. And because I got a lot of A's in college because I could, and so I'm kind of like that kind of person that follows all the rules. So I did all the training, and I learned a lot, and about what's in the products, how they help how they help, what they do, and it's just constant, and it's always there for you to go back and learn some more. And as you get people that are asking you questions, that's always there for you. Plus, other beauty consultants are always happy to help. But it's a very friendly, it's just a great company, I think, to work for.
And you've done very well your first year too, so congratulations. Yep. All right, Lisa, you got some specials for us tonight?
I do. I wanted to address Donabelle's question though. She said, speaking of discontinued products, I missed the Blue After Gel this summer, and you're not alone, but hold on. Hold on.
The other one.
You just keep holding on. We're working on something.
That's why it's gone.
hope that helped.
Yep.
So yes, we do have some specials tonight, and this is what we call our Believers in Beauty specials. So with one item, you get a 10% off. With 2 items, 15%. 3 items, 20%. And of course, there's always 2 ways for a 50% discount. You can book a Fab 5 party with 5 of your friends. You can choose to start your Mary Kate your own business. And actually, if I remember right, Margie had been on some of our Believers in Beauty events and was learning kind of in the back room at that time. So you'll have to let me know if I'm telling that story correct, Margie.
What, that I've been watching these forever, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have. Yeah, I have.
She was a frequent attender. You're correct.
Oh, it's great.
It literally paid off.
I love them. They're very informative. I mean, it's not just, I love the makeup tips. I love the skincare tips. It's all good. Good
Yeah.
information.
Good. All right. What do we got? What we got next here?
Well, I guess as you bring your friends in to join our group, don't forget about our one-time, anytime discount when you share your Tuesday night with the girls. This will give you an opportunity to get products you love for free. If you're looking for a more permanent discount on the products you love, we extend
Yay.
and welcome you into our pink bubble as a consultant. It's only $35 to start, and it immediately gives you access to a 50% discount. So if you're looking for more money or a discount on your own products or gift giving for family, friends, and coworkers, check with your Mary Kay consultant on how to get started today.
Awesome. 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 All right. Thanks so much, ladies, for joining us tonight, either live or on replay. We appreciate you. I'd like to do the little heart thing like that. Code word for this week is skincare. So don't forget to share it with your consultant. Come back in 2 weeks, not next week, but 2 weeks. We're going to do makeup Q&A that night, and that will be equally as educational too. So 2 weeks before we're back here, same time, same place. Mark your calendars, put a reminder, whatever you need to do so that you come back and join us again. And we look forward to seeing you next week. Bye, everyone.
And no, in 2 weeks, Becky. 2 weeks.
What?
2 weeks.
What did I say?
2 weeks.
1
Next
week.
week.
Did I say 1 week?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
I said
Okay.
next week.
Okay. Well, 2 weeks. Two. That's not peace. That's 2. All right. Have a great rest of the night, and we will see you soon. Bye.